All right, here we go. So this is the small backpack. This is my daily driver. We're gonna do a quick overview of what's on the outside, what's on the inside, and then how I pack it. From the outside, we have our elastic bungee cord. You can put sweatshirts or towels or just kind of extra stuff in here. On the front here, you have a quick access pocket. So this is where I like to put things like knee sleeves. It has a ventilation, so airflow moves through. It helps them stink less. You can take these guys off. You can slide it through like that. You can store it on the outside of your bag. That way also works great. The cell phone wallet keys pocket is what I like to call it. So I usually put some keys or my phone or anything like small that I want to keep track of that I want to grab really easy, especially while traveling works really great, but also works great daily as I get into the gym. We've got these MOLLE webbing along the side. So if you want to hook some carabiners, you want to hook some extra stuff to it. We have our shoe garage access. So this allows you to get into the bag, grab something out of it without having to open up the entire back clamshell. We have our water bottle pocket. We're really stoked about this. We took this idea from hiking packs that we were using. And basically, even something as large as an Nalgene can slide in there and it's gonna stay. It's not gonna fall out as you're throwing your bag down, shaking it around, doing whatever. It's gonna hold a blender bottle really well. You can see it's super deep. You can sink a bottle all the way down in there. Really big fan of how we designed this. On both of the backpacks right now, we have a laptop compartment. So that allows you to fit a 16-inch laptop in there. Also have our luggage pass-through. Really makes it great for travel. If you have a roller bag, makes it super easy. On the front, you have the magnetic sternum clasp. So satisfying. Also movable on the MOLLE webbing. You can also attach things here, carabiners, clips, pins. I've seen all sorts of things. You'll notice here this tack stitching, double stitched piece of nylon here, and then tack stitching, because this is where you're pulling your bag. This is where you're stuffing your bag, you're dragging it around, you're carrying it around. Like, it's often one of the places that rips on a lot of other bags. We took a lot of care on every single design feature and manufacturing element of this bag to make sure that it's not going to come apart. That's the exterior. Let's get into the inside. One of the things you'll notice is this is not a dainty bag. This is not built to fall apart in the next year. This is built to last a lifetime. And we have constructed this in a way, like I was saying with these, so that it won't fall apart, so it'll be really tough, so that as you beat the crap out of it, it will withstand that. Sometimes you might have to put an anchor hand and then pull. And that's okay, you can pull really hard too. In general, it is pretty easy to open. You just might need to use an extra hand or grab this strap when you're doing it. All right, as we get to the inside, like I said, this is my actual bag. These are the things that I'm using on a daily basis. There's some like a couple of supplements in there. I don't think there's anything in here right now. I carry my Victory grips in here. I like them in the netted area so that they can air out. And I also like keeping them away so they're not getting chalk on everything. And then I have my lifters, trusty Nike Romaleos, my Rogue Ohio lifting belt. This is a leather belt. I'm 6'1", about 195 pounds. I think this is the medium-sized belt. Fits in great right there. Next to that, long sleeve shirt for if I'm doing ring muscle ups so I don't rip up my arm, especially with the tattoo. Always trying to keep that protected. RX Smart Gear speed rope. I love this rope. I also love that it comes in its own little package. Super fast, love this. Fits in great there. And then I have a nylon belt as well if I'm doing more Metcon that requires something a little bit smaller than this heavyweight leather belt. I've got an Airwave. Normally carry my ESC sounds either here or even here, because sometimes the lid comes undone and then it connects to your phone. That's kind of annoying. So putting it there is a great way to keep it tight. Here, sunglasses, pretty rad. Huron deodorant, wrist wraps, push-up chalk. If you haven't heard of this company, this stuff is so legit. You can push up like a push pop. Really great for travel, really great for if your gym is constantly out of chalk. And then some tape. So that's kind of how I stack my bag. It's obviously like, depending on how much stuff you have, and what you're accessing and how you're accessing it might change where you want to put it. You might want to put some of these things in the zippered pocket. You might put some zippered pockets in the open pocket. Have fun with it, play around with it, see how everything kind of fits, see what you're using. It might take you, a week or two to kind of like move things around and be like, okay, where do I want where, when, and what? And here's this thing I carry, but I don't really use it that much, so I'm gonna put it over into like a zippered pocket and kind of keep it out of the way. Let's talk about the large now. If you can tell, this is significantly deeper. I think it's about 2 inches deeper. It's an inch or two longer. It's an inch wider. It ultimately adds about 10 more liters than the small, which I think is around 25, 26. This gets up to like 36. And so you'll see as I start adding in things here, how much more room there is, so. So you could literally even tuck these in here with your running shoes. And now I've got 3 pairs of shoes in this bag. Still zips up fine, no big deal. Quick stash pocket. We can put some knee sleeves. Hopefully that gives you a pretty good rundown of what you can fit in here versus the small, and how I pack it, how I think about putting things in it. And this kind of changes up regularly based on like things that I'm using, things that I'm not using. Product that people have sent me, like Create Creatine Gummies. These are delicious. All right, with that said, let's go to the duffels and see what those look like.